There's a superhero who helps people less and causes way more damage. Now, what can I even say about Hancock? The guy had already moved his car out of the way, but he still tried to stop a train with his entire body. The result? One by one, every train car went flying off the track. And once, when he found a whale stuck on the beach, Hancock grabbed it by the tail and casually tossed it away. But the whale landed right on a sailboat. Yep, this was Hancock, probably the most reckless superhero ever. One time, some robbers smashed his bottle, and that was enough to set him off. Hancock grabbed both robbers along with their car and flew straight toward downtown. But on the way, he kept crashing into buildings, and eventually, he threw the entire car onto a building, where it got stuck on a lightning rod. Think about that. The robbers caused some damage, but Hancock somehow caused way more. That's why the entire city turned against him. Eventually, the authorities issued a warrant for his arrest, and Hancock was sentenced to 8 years in prison. But honestly, he didn't care. He knew nobody in the world was strong enough to stop him. Then his best friend came up with an idea. He told Hancock that if he stayed in prison, crime would start getting worse, and eventually, people would realize just how much they actually needed Hancock. Maybe then, they'd be the ones asking for him to come back. So Hancock listened. The second he arrived at prison, his new cellmates welcomed him. And the funny part? They were the same criminals Hancock had caught himself. So yeah, he definitely wasn't trying to make friends. Whenever he got bored, he'd just play basketball with the other inmates. But only 5 days after Hancock went to prison, the city's crime rate jumped by around 30%. Then one day, a group of robbers took over an entire bank. There were dozens of hostages inside. Even a police officer had been shot and was trapped inside. The police had no other choice. They needed Hancock. And finally, Hancock got his chance. This time, he ditched his old messy look. He put on a proper suit, and for the first time, he actually looked like a real superhero. But it wasn't just his outfit. His whole attitude had changed. The robbers kept attacking him, but Hancock stayed completely calm. He got the injured police officer out safely, and for once, people were actually cheering for him. Inside the bank, the robbers were starting to realize their time was up. But before their leader could do anything, his men started disappearing one by one because Hancock was grabbing them at super speed and taking them outside. Seeing this, the robber leader pulled out C4 explosives. He threatened Hancock. If Hancock didn't bring him $30 million, he'd blow everyone up. But then he made an even bigger mistake. He insulted Hancock. A few moments later, Hancock walked out of the bank, and in his hand was the robber leader's severed hand. But this time, Hancock actually did everything right. He saved the hostages, he caught the robbers, and for the first time, the entire city saw him as a real hero. Everyone was cheering for Hancock, but just when it looked like Hancock had finally changed, he started hitting on his best friend's wife.